Hello, thank you for joining me again today. My name is Miss Millie as always, and on this channel we look at educational videos to help make motherhood joyous. If today is your first time, we say a very warm welcome and thank you for joining us. If you're already a family member, hey, I'm happy to have you here. Today we are going to be looking at GDMs. We're going to look into 5 effective foods that you should consume during your GDM period. It worked for me, and I think it's thoughtful to share with you because during that period, you tend to be very stressed and you wonder what you can eat to help bring your sugar levels down. So let's begin. So before I begin, I want to declare that I'm neither a medical practitioner or expert, but through my experience with GDMs and my pregnancy journey, I'm bringing you this video. Also, it's also based on some research that I made and brainstormed with other mothers. All right, so the first food I would want to share with you is spinach. So spinach is said to contain vitamin A and C, fiber, and folic acid. We all know that during our first trimesters, doctors recommend that we take in folic acid. Therefore, it is important that we take in spinach to help supplement the folic acid that we need during that time. Spinach is also believed to be very rich in ions. Ions, we know, prevents us from being anemic. Anemia is something that most of us experience during our pregnancies, and therefore consuming spinach in large quantities will help prevent anemia during this time. Spinach is also a form of iron, or contains a form of iron that encourages the development of our baby's red blood cells. Therefore, it is a very good food to consume generally as pregnant women, and most recommendedly when you have your gestational diabetes. Okay, all right. Most of the time what I do is I put them in juice. I blend it into juice. Okay, and sometimes consuming it all by itself, it's a bit harder. So what I normally do is I mix a bit of other fruits like orange, banana, cashew nuts, etc. But I always avoid grapes, especially when you have your GDM. You should avoid grapes, okay? All right, and then you put them together, wash it properly, and blend it. Consume it. During my lunch and my dinner, I sometimes make it into stew or soups, and then eat it with either brown rice or any other food that I prefer. The second food I will want to recommend to you is broccoli. Broccoli is said to be a very sumptuous food, okay? It contains vitamin C that helps absorb iron, okay? It also contains calcium and folate. Therefore, it is recommended that if you have GDMs, this will help reduce the sugar level in your blood. Consuming this will help absorb the iron food as well that you eat during that period. Therefore, no much pressure to bring a rise in your sugar levels. The third food I would want to recommend to you during your GDM period is eggs. I love eggs. I don't know about you, but eggs is said to be very high in protein. It boosts the baby's brain development because it's very, very rich in omega-3. And we all want our children to be smart. So eating egg during your GDM period is not a wrong thing to do, but most recommended for you to do to help reduce the sugar level in your blood. Fourth one I want to share with you is peanuts. So peanuts is said to contain magnesium and some vitamins. I love it. I love it. I normally put it into paste where you can use it on brown bread as a spread, or you can boil it, the covered one. You can boil it and you can consume it like a snack, or you can roast this. Most of them, you can get the roasted one in places like Lidl, Sainsbury's. Yes, you can get that one, blend it into a paste, and you can use it for soup. So just have your meat spiced up. Once it's spiced, just mix it with tomato and then pour it on. Allow it to cook till the meat is tender. Hey, it's so delicious. You can consume with any other attachment you want, like brown rice, like fufu, like yam, anything that you prefer. The last one that I will want to talk to you about is meat. Yes, during your GDM period or journey, you need to consume a lot of meat, but you should make sure that it is well cooked. And with that, I recommend that you do so at home yourself. Cook your meat yourself, because going to buy from the restaurant, you do not know whether it is well cooked or not. And maybe by the time you find out, you would have risked the baby in your tummy and yourself. So I recommend cook it home by yourself, okay? And consume it in large proportions. Any meat of your preference. It can be pork, it can be chicken, it can be beef, any way that you prefer it. Sometimes I put them in skeweries and make it like a kebab. Sometimes I fry it, sometimes I boil it, sometimes I roast it. So to your taste and method, go with it. But try to eat it in a large proportion and well-cooked state. Okay, these are the 5 foods that I consume normally through my GDM period, and it helped me because my midwife testified to it, and of course my agarmetric test also testified to it each time I take it. Okay, some of you have brought a request for me to demonstrate how the agarmetric test is being done, and I'll be sharing that video very soon. Once again, thank you for joining me. Please don't forget to subscribe, share with other mothers so that they can also know what to do during this time, because this time of GDMs becomes very stressful and like every food becomes unattractive to you in a very boring period. So share with somebody to have more ideas and knowledge of what to consume that will help their sugar level go down. These are wonderful foods, trust me, because doing that for a period of time got rid of the diabetes in my pregnancy, and after delivery there was nothing, no sign of diabetes in my blood. So I recommend it highly, and I say share with others so that they can also do so that together we can make motherhood joyous. Once again, thank you for joining us, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.